Hey everyone, it's Haley Jensen, your East Idaho realtor, and today we're going to talk about the 4 seasons in Idaho Falls. One of the main things I hear from people who are considering a move to Idaho Falls is that they're looking for somewhere that has all 4 seasons, and we definitely have that. So I'm going to break down what the average temperatures are, how many days of sun we have, and highlight a few activities that you can do each season if you decide to move to Idaho Falls. So let's go. So there are a few things that affect our weather here in Idaho Falls. Number one is elevation. We're at about 47,000 feet. So if you are moving from California or maybe Oregon, you will probably notice the higher elevation, especially if you're a runner or if you like to be outside. It'll take you a minute to get used to that higher elevation. The higher elevation often means cooler temperatures as well. So there are lots of different really interesting weather systems that affect Idaho Falls, including the winds coming from the west coast and the Snake River that runs through our valley. But basically overall, we are a dry kind of desert area, but because of those winds coming from the west and because of the river, we do get some precipitation in the winter, obviously in the form of snow. Through the summer, we have some pretty cool thunderstorms and lightning storms in the evening, but we don't rain a lot like, say, Portland or Seattle or something like that. One thing you might notice when you move here is it is dry. We are not humid at all. Your skin's gonna feel drier. Your kids' little noses are gonna be drier. So we are a dry climate, and that might take just a little getting used to for you. Okay, but on to the 4 seasons. So let's start with spring. We have a little bit of a late spring, maybe starting March to May is considered spring. We don't get a ton of rain. Spring is the time where people here in Idaho Falls will plant their gardens and start cleaning up the yards after the long winter. A little bit cooler temperature still, but always super nice to be out of the winter and to start seeing things green up again. So early spring in March, our average temperature is actually still 40 degrees, so pretty cold. And then as we get into May, our average temperature is 70. So your spring is gonna be cool, but you're gonna be super excited to start getting outside. Just bundle up a little bit, get on your walks, start doing some yard work, and just be excited to see the sun. It is an average of about 20 days of sunshine in the spring. So even though we're a little bit cool here in Idaho Falls, I always tell my clients we at least have the sun shining. It's not gloomy like it is up in the Pacific Northwest, so you get to see the sun and it is enjoyable to be outside. Okay, so as we move into summer in Idaho Falls, our average temperatures range from the 70s in June up to the mid 80s in August. So we aren't incredibly hot, which is something that we really enjoy here in Idaho Falls. If you move over to Boise, they are about 10 degrees hotter than us. They usually get a week or two of over 100 degrees. We don't get that here as often in Idaho Falls. Summers are absolutely beautiful. Everything is green. All the canals and the rivers are flowing, and it's super, super beautiful. I don't like to travel anywhere in the summer. I like to stay in Idaho Falls because it's the best weather all year round. Some of our favorite activities to do in the summer are the local farmers market on Saturdays downtown on the river, and then the river walk that's just up from the farmers market a little bit. The trail along the river is super enjoyable. We also go up to Kelly Canyon and hike, and then also obviously up to the Tetons and into Wyoming if you're looking for a little bit bigger trip. But there's so much to do in the summer with the reservoirs if you're a boating family or jet skiing, hiking, mountain biking. There's something to do for everyone in the summer. So one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because I have just been noticing how pleasant of a fall we're having. It's September 26th today. It's about 70 degrees. The sun has been shining for weeks. We've been at football games and soccer games all month, and we have enjoyed the weather so much. The one thing the fall does have a little bit of is a breeze. I was outside today and you can definitely feel that there's a wind, not super strong right now in September, but just a little bit breezy, but still super enjoyable to start getting your yard prepped for the winter, to continue your bike rides and your morning walks. Kids are still walking to school. Super, super nice out as well. One of the best activities for the fall in the evenings is fishing. My son, who is a freshman in high school, has been fishing after soccer practice almost every day. So if you are looking for somewhere where your kids can continue to get out, close proximity, he was just fishing in Shelley, just a short 15-minute drive from Idaho Falls on the river down there. There really is ample opportunity to make sure that you're outside, away from the crowds, a little bit of solitude, and getting that vitamin D and the sunshine that you need. Okay, that brings us to winter, and my clients that call who are relocating, especially from California, their first question is, can I handle the winters in Idaho Falls? The average temperature in November, December, and January is 30 degrees. To us, that doesn't feel that cold. Once winter rolls around, kids are still going to recess every day. When it snows, usually depends on the year. Sometimes at Thanksgiving we have snow, sometimes we do not. Kids are packing their snow clothes to school and out at recess, playing in the snow. My kids never complain unless their socks get wet, and then they're a little bugged, but that is, I always make sure they have really good snow boots so they can enjoy playing outside. In 30 degrees, I definitely still do my morning walk. I just bundle up. I would say for Idahoans, I personally feel like it's really cold when it is below zero. -10, I can no longer do my walk. That's just too cold for me. But on average, we really don't get that cold. We'll get a cold spell sometimes where we have about a week of that really, really cold weather. Then the kids have recess inside. They do movies and activities inside instead of recess. But that happens maybe every winter for a few days, but not even every winter. So 30 degrees, an average of 15 to 20 days of sunshine when it's that cold. So we just bundle up and we go outside and we still do our activities. I mentioned Kelly Canyon hiking in the summer. That is our closest, cheapest, and smallest ski resort that's close. They also have night skiing, which is really fun for teenagers. So definitely look into that. If you're looking into starting to ski as a family, that's a really good place to start. We have other ski resorts that are a little bit farther away, a little bit more expensive, but Kelly Canyon is definitely where I would start. On average, Idaho Falls gets 30 to 40 inches of snowfall per year. Depending on what house you purchase in Idaho Falls, I will be able to tell you if I think you should get a snowblower or if you can shovel your driveway. I don't have a large driveway or a large sidewalk, but I did break down and get a snowblower a few years ago. It just makes everything a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. On the flip side, I know a lot of people shovel their snow for their morning workout during the winter. But either way, 30 to 40 inches, pretty sunny still, crisp, about 20 to 30 degree weather, and still trying to get outside, get the right gear so you can make sure you can enjoy some of that winter weather. If you're moving to Idaho Falls and you want the experience of 4 seasons, pick a winter hobby, whether it is skiing or snow machining, which a lot of people love to do here, or ice fishing. I mentioned fishing in Shelley just a bit ago, and when you drive past the river, you will see people in the winter ice fishing with their little huts out on the river. So there's definitely something to do if you want to make sure that you're really enjoying all of those seasons. So like I said, with fall rolling in, I am going to highlight a few of my favorite pumpkin patches in the area. There really are some good fall activities. There's Boo at the Zoo. There's a great U-Pig barn with lots of activities. And then my favorite secret hidden gem actually is a pumpkin patch down in Firth. They have the best pumpkin selection and their prices are amazing. So I need to go down and show you guys that. Anyway, if you have any questions about the weather in Idaho Falls, moving to Idaho Falls, relocating, you have come to the right place. My job is to give you as much information as I can so you can decide if relocating to Idaho Falls is the right step for you and your family. As always, if you are considering a move, please call me. I would love to show you around and be your honest advocate for whether or not Idaho Falls is right for you. The last thing I want is for clients to move here and feel surprised by either the weather or the home prices or the cost of living or the job opportunities. So I really want to give you a full and complete view of what it's like to live in Idaho Falls. Thanks for watching. Until next time.